It's Dizzy. I'm out at the farm, and if you watched my videos from earlier in the year, you know that I redid my chicken pen. I used to have 3 houses plus a 4th smaller one at the back, and a broody area, and completely redone as I got rid of the good majority of my chickens. And these are young birds in here, and these are the adult birds. But I wasn't quite done when I stopped doing the videos. I still had a couple things that I needed to do. One thing I needed to do was get a perch in here. And for temporarily, I'd had a step ladder with the pieces of 2x3 just tied to that, because I didn't have time to make the perch. Then I got to one day when I needed my step ladder. So went ahead and made the perch. The last thing that I needed to do, a certain bratty pony, who shall remain nameless, likes to come and rub up against the house. Another thing that she would do, and I admittedly did this wrong when I made the house. I should have had the door here go across the top. She would try to get to the feed, and on the one house she had completely messed this up, and I had to redo it. And the only way I could keep her out of that was by having some type of fence up on the outside of the coop. And I had pieces of cattle panel. The only problem is the owner of the farm had a problem with one fence line. They weren't able to get to it. They took all the pieces of cattle panel that I had, which, you know, I told her I just wanted the one and she could have the rest. And they used that to fix the fence until they were able to get to it, because, you know, on a farm there can be a lot that has to be done. And last week is when they finally managed to fix that fence, and I got my piece of cattle panel back. I would have really liked to have had it over the summer so I could have opened that and let them have the circulation when it was hot out. But today I got it done. I could have had it closer to the house, so I wanted to be able to open the door, of course. But I also needed to be able to get in here. I could have moved it over like maybe 4 inches, but then I would have been a little tight getting through here. I'm not leaving this open now because it's November. Had trouble digging the holes to a point because there were a lot of rocks in the ground. And in order to get past the rocks, I actually used a crowbar. And so this is now done. The one thing that I never got to completely, and I'm definitely not going to worry about, I'd been going to have tomato plants all planted around it. I had a lot of them planted, but I never tied them up. And then with the chickens being loose, they just basically tore them up, and they had been for shade. I'm not worried about shade at this time of year. It's not going to be too much longer before tomato plants die anyway. Yes, Brat. So there it is. It is done. And I'm just hoping that whoever takes over this field when I move will want to buy this setup and whatever chickens I'm not taking with me to Kentucky. So there it is. It's done, and I'll talk at you later.